Rose's Coffee Talk, Finding My Way. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. The letter writer is a person that is 2 years out. Husband had a stroke. Her concerns are how to find, or your concerns are how to find your way. You can't seem to put it in your head. How can you be motivated and how can you jumpstart? The first thing I want to say is you need to look at the facts. The facts is you started at 327 and ended up at 158, which is a 169-pound drop. That is phenomenal. The second thing is you said you gained 45 pounds, which means that you have maintained a 124-pound loss. That's still phenomenal. And with all the pressures that you've been under, it's very understandable that you would find yourself in a position where you are eating or not eating healthily. So what I would suggest, if it were me, because our first response is always to take care of our loved ones. And unfortunately, in that responding, we tend to stop taking care of us. And I always like the example that is given about when you're on an airplane and if there is, some type of occurrence where you would need your oxygen mask, that you put yours on first before you put the next person's on, because you are a better help, you are more powerful, and you are just better overall when you take care of yourself first, because you're giving that other person the best that you can give them. I would say to recognize the stress and the role that it plays. Recognize that you have been a success and that you have had a monumental life change. Stress can trick us. It can make us feel like we don't have time. It can make us feel like we aren't worth the effort. It can make us very tired. It can make us withdraw. So recognize the stress and the role that it's playing in your life. You can also use this situation maybe to introduce a healthier lifestyle to your family if you have not already done that. And I don't know if you have any help, but as Rose Mary brought out in her video, if you are assisting your husband in a physical way, then you are in turn being physical. So try to look at all the positive angles of the situation, because that's what's going to help you move along. I think the motivation will start with forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself that you gained the weight, forgiving yourself that you are stuck right now, and allowing yourself permission to move forward. Sometimes we have to give ourselves permission and grace, just to say, okay, I did this, it's done, now let's get to cracking and moving forward and doing whatever we need to do to get to wherever it is we need to go. Let the deficit go. You are not a failure. You are not deficient. You are a person who has experienced a huge life change. You are a person that is responding to how you probably responded prior to weight loss surgery. We are creatures of habit, and unfortunately, when we are comforted by something that isn't good for us, that's the hardest habit to break. There's something that I have been working with a group of people a journey disaster kit. You know how we have to have a disaster kit for when natural disasters hit, and basically it's the necessities that we need to make a smooth transition as possible with the event that has taken place. We need that for our journeys. We need a disaster kit. We need tools that will help us along to be able to continue forward. Something that I tried when I just really started infusing or returning to bad habits was the 5-day pouch test. These are things that I have done. I am not telling you to do, but they're things that help me. The 5-day pouch test is basically the first 3 to 4 weeks of post-op in 5 days. It's protein infused. It's not going to hurt you because you're doing protein shakes, you're doing protein through food, and you're basically resetting your pouch. I think the website is the number 5daypouchtest.com, all one word together. Also, you already know this, that exercise relieves stress. So to be able to be the optimal person for your husband's care, you need to relieve some stress. You need some you time. So maybe you could schedule 20 minutes 3 days a week. That's not a lot of time. Maybe you can walk, or I don't know if you have access to a gym, or do a DVD tape. There are an immense amount, unlimited amount of videos on YouTube where you can have a routine. If it's something that you would like help with, I would love to help you. You can just send me a message. And I guess the overall message that I would have is that none of what you need to do is written. It has nothing to do about food or exercise. It's about the mind and the heart. The mind feeds the heart, and we have to feed the mind. So you need to become more positive about yourself, to love yourself more, because I can imagine if it were me, I wouldn't be feeling very good about myself that I lost all that weight and then gained 45 pounds back. And by the simple fact that you're reaching out for help, it shows that you don't like the place that you're in, which is motivation to change. That's motivation right there. So I applaud you for reaching out to get assistance, and I hope that something that I've said in this video will help you. And like I said, if you want to reach out to me personally, please send me a message. I will be happy to support you or to provide whatever assistance. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm just a person living through the weight loss surgery journey just like you are. And these are things that have helped me. These are things that I have found to be a motivating factor for me. So I'm very sorry to hear about your husband's stroke. And I know that you will find your way. So please don't give up. Please continue to reach out, and we are here to help you. I am glad I have the opportunity to be able to speak to you. So take care.